Good afternoon and welcome to our Repsol Foundation Entrepreneurship Fund event. Maria and I will be taking you through this session. As of right now, we have more than 300 people connected from all over the world. We are glad to start, and it's a great pleasure to have you all here. Startups, partners, mentors and experts, colleagues from Repsol Group and Repsol Foundation team. Among all, we have built this Entrepreneurs Fund, and today we are celebrating our 10th anniversary. Let's have a look on our rich 10-year journey through the following video.
They say that time passes quickly, but when you've been working for 10 years on something you believe in, that's a long time. At Repsol Foundation, we have been promoting talent and technology for a decade. For visionary people to turn their innovative ideas into real, viable and win-win answers. And today we know that we have succeeded, with more than 60 startups created under acceleration, more than 820 prototypes designed, and nearly 200 patents developed that have raised more than 175 million in public-private financing. Great numbers that make us believe in the time invested and the dedication of a team that has shown the world that all these years have been worth it. Because from the outset, we have believed in groundbreaking ideas and new ways of understanding energy that are already a reality, supporting startups that have revolutionized fields as diverse as biotechnology, decarbonization, the circular economy, and the digitalization of our industry. Today, after 10 years, the Entrepreneurs Fund has become a relevant and effective initiative for technological entrepreneurship in energy. Because 10 years is a long time, but in terms of the future, it is only the beginning. Entrepreneurs Fund. 10 years boosting the future of energy.
Hello. As you just saw now, it has been a 10-year journey during which the team of our Entrepreneurs Fund has been meeting, collaborating and learning together with entrepreneurs with different expertise in our broad energy sector. Technologies and interest for innovative solutions have been changing during these years according to new challenges and market forecasts. And our team has observed how astoundingly quickly these startups have been adapting to this new future demand. We will now have a look back on the experience of Entrepreneurs Fund. And to do so, I would like to invite the Executive Managing Director of Repsol Foundation, Antonio Calzada.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon and good morning for those who are connected at this moment from all over the world. We thank you very much for sharing this moment with us today. I'll have just 5 short messages, and the first one is that we are here today to present 7 different startups, 7 different technologies with 7 different projects. All of them, we believe, that are interesting and have high potential to the future of this energy transition in which we are all involved. This is the first message. The second one is just to say that these 7 startups that have been finally selected, they are coming out from a funnel of more than 700 startups, which means also that we have been putting in place a criterious selection process, which has involved people from Repsol Foundation, experts from our Repsol Technological Lab, and that means we are confident that we took the right choices. The third one is that all this process is fully aligned with the Repsol Foundation purpose, which is to bring in this commitment is to bring technology, but also to help society, to help these startups and the society. And at the same time, we believe that this is fully aligned with our company strategy in energy transition. The fourth message is that we are in our 10 year of existence. So I think that it's also important to mention and to reiterate that with these 10 years, with these 10 different calls where we have been progressing all over the years, I think that we have some reasons to feel quite proud about that. And last message today, we will have with us Ms. Pratima Rangajaran. She's CEO of the OGCI, Climate Investments, and will be also with us in the final session, Antonio Brufao, the chairman and the president of Repsol. Nothing more. Thank you very much to you all, and thank you very much to supporting us in this project.
Thank you. On behalf of Entrepreneurs Fund, I would like also to add that when my colleagues and myself are asked about how is it to work with startups, we always highlight that the best part of our work is that we get to meet with incredibly smart and talented entrepreneurs to hear their latest and greatest ideas. The high number of talented entrepreneurs here in Spain, but also in other countries, never ceases to amaze me. Really, the unicorns or future unicorns now could be found almost everywhere. This year, among 713 candidates that applied to the program, only 7 startups have been selected to join our program. So, who are these 7 startups? Let's hear their stories about latest energy technologies.
The challenge is that only around 70% of global CO2 emissions can be reduced practically through direct electrification with renewable power. So how do we meet our net zero 2050 goals? My name is Laureen Maraway. I'm the CEO of Alchemer, where we're working to provide a solution for that remaining 30% of emissions. And that solution is profitable green hydrogen. We started our journey in 2019, located in sunny South Florida. And at Alchemer, we're providing electrolyzers that generate a stable, responsive supply of cheap green hydrogen with minimal disruptions to our customers' existing processes. Within this decade, we will be producing green hydrogen at $1.50 per kilogram, making it profitable for our customers across the hard-to-abate sectors to switch over. We're able to achieve these significant cost reductions in green hydrogen through our patent-pending large-scale anion exchange water electrolyzers. We've already achieved the world's largest single-cell anion exchange water electrolyzer, having an active area of more than 1,000 centimeters squared, but we're not stopping there. We will be offering the world's first 1 megawatt anion exchange water electrolyzer single stack. And with that, we're able to reduce capital cost reductions by more than 300%. We don't use any expensive metals while also being able to couple to intermittent renewable power sources, and that's how we're able to achieve those cost targets. So what is the power of this technology? With Alchemer, we can tackle that 30% of CO2 emissions across the hard-to-abate sectors, and we can do so profitably. Together, we can realize a greener, cleaner future, where aviation runs on hydrogen and only emits water, where trucks only emit water, and where our customers' industrial processes will easily be transformed into a cleaner solution. And all of this is possible in large part thanks to this partnership with Repsol. With Repsol, Alchemer will be demonstrating a pilot of our 10 kilowatt anion exchange water electrolyzer stack at their facility to provide cheap green hydrogen for them over the course of 1 month. Thank you, and we can't wait to get started.
Hola, from the Beauty Fuel team. We are introducing you Beauty Fuel that is renewable fuel made of waste. Beautiful Cindy is a circular and Industry 4.0 solution that enables transition to clean energy. The main challenges Beautiful Cindy addresses are making good use of waste that is constantly increasing by converting it into renewable alternative fuel for which there is a huge demand, and at the same time reducing greenhouse gas emissions. All challenges are also aligned with the UNESCO SDGs and EU Green Deal. My name is Susanna Leben, and as Chief Operations and Sales Officer in the GIMS Dream Team, I'm honored to take care of the collaboration with Repsol professionals. GIMS is a young and innovative company established in 2018 by 4 founders. Johannes is responsible for the technology, Erwin design, strategy and business model, Mitya is empowering Beautiful Cindy with the artificial intelligence, and I'm responsible for the go-to-market approach. Beautiful solution is designed to be flexible in making value from waste. It converts different hydrocarbon waste to alternative fuel to be used as renewable in transportation. Process is fast and completely unharmful to the environment. Cindy plants are small, compact, and enable distributed production of fuel. Solution delivers product of high quality and stability with a technology that mimics nature in liquefying waste to fuel. It is fully automated and AI-supported process. Further development of alternative fuels for marine and air transportation will allow to keep the competitive edge. And it's only one of few industrialized green technologies at the level that allows rapid market penetration. The alternative fuel is produced at close to 90% negative CO2 footprint. In the process, nothing is burning, so toxic gases are not emitted. Low production costs assure high competitiveness and premium profitability. Decentralized production enables every municipality to take care of their waste locally. And collaboration in the acceleration program with Repsol will be built around 3 pillars: to set and achieve plant quality of Cindy fuel with the aim of no further refining after it leaves Cindy plant, to sell Cindy fuel as a renewable market-ready product according to the relevant EU regulation, meaning Cindy fuel will be used as additive and account for renewable part in transportation, and to further optimize the production process to make it autonomous, adaptive, and self-sustainable. We will optimize the fuel quality and parameters of process with the support of AI and the experience of Repsol. Adaptations and testing will be performed on physical plant and its digital twin.
Hello, I'm Richard from Industrial Analytics. We are a startup based in Berlin. We're 14 employees. The company was founded in 2017 and has a strong background in turbo machinery, since a lot of the founders coming from an OEM who builds steam turbines, gas turbines, and turbo compressors. This is also the special knowledge that we bring into the startup. And the vision we are following is to increase the plant autonomy. So to build a solution that helps the experts at Repsol to run their plants better. And this is also what we are doing on the pilot project with Repsol. So we will install our solution in the Tarragona refinery. So with different assets there, machines that Repsol is operating. And the idea there is to increase the uptime of the machines, to also increase the times that you need to do inspection and maintenance. And this we are doing with a solution that we have developed for many years now, and also have built our pilots here in Germany in a refinery, or also here in Germany in a chemical plant. And this expertise we bring in, we want to show to Repsol. And what makes it special, this solution, is that it includes first principle models, so thermodynamic, rotodynamic modeling of the plants, and it includes a structured way to gather the feedback of the operators and to use this to train the artificial intelligence. Thank you very much from Berlin, and I hope you have a good time.
CO2 is a pollutant and greenhouse gas that is slowly baking us all to death. But CO2 is a major carbon resource for a variety of industries that make everyday products. We need new ways of mining the atmosphere to integrate our emissions with industries that permanently sequester or circularize them through normal everyday activities. My name is Nick, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Mission Zero Technologies, a London-based direct air capture company formed in June 2020. Incumbent direct air capture technologies are too expensive, they're inefficient, and they often require huge scales to make economic sense. Furthermore, they invoke the need for regulatory alignment and government support for commercial activities. We're building a direct air capture technology that can take CO2 from the atmosphere and provide it as a high-grade commodity for less than $100 per ton. It can operate at small and large scales using only electricity. Through this, we address the needs of CO2 users who currently don't have ubiquitous access to green sources of CO2. Through this, we can harness the growth of these industries to fight climate change. It's projected that CO2 to value will be worth $5.29 trillion, and a developed CO2 supply chain operating in the gigaton range is what is required to realize this. Our technology adapts processes from power plants and water purification to realize a best-in-class direct air capture technology with the lowest energy consumption of any integrated full-stack direct air capture process. Our innovations lie in utilizing electrochemistry for CO2 regeneration and avoiding any requirements for waste heat, meaning the products produced from our CO2 are of the highest environmental quality. Through the Repsol Foundation program, we will look to build the business case to integrate our technology with a synthetic fuel plant being built in the port of Bilbao. Our ambition is ultimately to supplant the source of CO2 from flue gas captured CO2 to one that is sourced directly from the atmosphere. We will also look to pilot our technology at Repsol's Innovation Centre, demonstrating that our scalable, modular technology is capable of everything that we think it is.
Globally, low carbon and renewable fuels are in extremely high demand due to clean fuel standards and environmental, social, and governance goals to reduce emissions while fighting climate change. Hola, I'm Jerry Christian, co-founder and co-CEO of New Life Green Tech. We're based in Saskatoon, Canada. New Life accelerates renewable fuel production to deliver a profitable low-carbon future. New Life was born back in 2016 to profitably fight climate change for our children's future. New Life delivers more profit and emissions reduction for renewable fuel producers. Our lower cost drop-in replacement reduces expenses and risks while improving environmental performance and safety, aligning with many ESG goals. To make renewable fuels, a key step is removing impurities such as oxygen, and catalysts are used to speed up these reactions. Currently, sulfur must be added, creating harmful hydrogen sulfide gas. Oxygen removal is a challenge for the renewable fuel industry. Well, New Life's solution is a second-generation non-sulfided sustainable catalyst that effectively removes renewable fuel's largest impurity, oxygen, and without requiring sulfur. Current industry solutions were designed for fossil crudes. They produce this harmful H2S gas while their aluminum carrier is mined, making it low in sustainability and increases emissions. Well, New Life started with a clean platform and developed a catalyst focused for renewable fuels. New Life uses diverted landfill waste to create our proprietary carbon carrier, which emits up to 95% less emissions, and our solution is created with 78% less mined materials. And our goal of the Repsol accelerator, well, we have appreciated the input to date from the Repsol team in developing our work plan. With Repsol's further technical input, New Life will advance the optimization of our catalyst in our own production and testing center prior to and during the pilot at Repsol's facility. We believe this will lead to additional catalysts using our patent-pending carbon carrier, thereby multiplying the environmental benefits. A positive proof of concept would lead to third-party testimonial, validation, and larger pilot trials while advancing our value proposition and business model. The European market access is invaluable to New Life. And being a small Canadian company, we are both humbled and thrilled to receive the executive mentorship during this accelerator. Gracias.
Hello, my name is Jorge Solórzano. I am the CTO of Qualifying PV, a spin-off from the Solar Energy Institute of Madrid, founded in 2016 and based in Madrid. The PV market is growing exponentially and all large corporations are adding new plants to their portfolio. This rapid growth of the portfolio makes it difficult to properly maintain and optimize each PV plant, in part due to the huge amount of data to be analyzed, as well as the need to carry out cross-analysis to get the most out of each installation. Impossible tasks for current manual techniques. In addition, many companies are new to this business and it forces them to integrate new technological advances to which they are not used to. All this within a market with prices and margins in continuous decline and with the usual conflicts between the owner and the operation maintenance team. To minimize all these problems, we have created Equinox, a digital platform that combines big data techniques and artificial intelligence algorithms with all the prior knowledge of QPB's founding team in quality controls. More than 180 projects totaling more than 8 gigawatts. Traditional monitoring systems are based on the simple collection of data and the emission of certain basic alarms, but do not carry out any analysis or filtering of this data. Equinox is the system in charge of collecting all these millions of data, filtering it with big data techniques, running QPB's proprietary artificial intelligence algorithms, and returning a large amount of digested information to the client, as well as a diagnosis of the status of their asset. This has several advantages. The reduction of many hours of human resources, the detection and diagnosis of faults not detected by the SCADA, and the energy optimization of the PV plant. The benefit of using our platform is reflected in an increase in the PV plant's production and a reduction in the cost of human resources. Collaboration with Repsol looks very promising. On the one hand, because of the visibility that we will obtain by working with one of the largest players in the sector. And on the other, because we have agreed to carry out a pilot project at the 125 megawatt Kappa PV plant in Ciudad Real over the next year. This will allow us to test our system in a real environment and find problems that we will see in other situations. With the experience of this pilot test, we will create a more robust and efficient system, and we will add more new calculation models according to the client's needs. At the end of this pilot, we will have a more stable and advanced product that allows us to be more prepared for the real market.
Biomethane is a renewable equivalent to natural gas obtained from biogas from organic waste. However, transforming biogas to biomethane is complex and expensive, and is only feasible at large scale, limiting the expansion of this type of bioenergy. We want to change that. My name is José Manuel Estrada. I am the co-founder of Proven Technology. We are a startup born in 2018, and we are based in Valladolid, Spain. We are now developing NIDAP, the simple and affordable solution for small-scale biogas upgrading to biomethane. Our solution is supported by biological processes, which help us remove hydrogen sulfide and CO2 from biogas. This allows us to significantly reduce the energy and material requirements, reducing operating costs and improving overall cost efficiency. NIDAP does not generate additional waste and is able to treat biogas from any source. Our approach is focused on small scale, making biomethane feasible in scenarios where it was not available before, such as medium-sized wastewater treatment plants or biogas plants treating farming waste. During the Fundación Repsol acceleration program, we will carry out pilot tests in a real environment at an urban wastewater treatment facility. There, we will treat real biogas operating our new prototype, which has been designed for continuous operation. Supported by Repsol, we will optimize the operating cost, investment cost, and validate the biomethane produced in terms of composition and quality for different applications, including gas grid injection, vehicle fuel, and the production of hydrogen. Thank you very much and welcome to the future of delocalized, decentralized biomethane.
Thank you very much, guys. Congratulations, and we are looking forward to collaborate with you. Well, as you could see, different countries, several continents, sharing similar objectives: decarbonization, sustainability, and circular economy. Bearing this in mind, I would like to introduce you now our next speaker. We are honored to have today with us Dr. Pratima Rangarajan, the CEO of OGCI Climate Investments, a fund set up to reduce carbon emissions in energy, industrial, and transportation sectors. Since graduating chemical engineering in MIT and a PhD from Princeton University, Pratima has held extensive experience in renewable energy industry. She worked as a Deputy Chief Technology Officer in Vestas Wind System related with technology and research. She had executive positions in General Electric onshore wind and energy storage startup divisions. Pratima, the floor is yours.
Good afternoon, and thank you, Maria, for your kind introduction. Thank you also to Antonio Calzada and Antonio Bufar, the Repsol Foundation, and the Entrepreneurs Fund for inviting me to present you with this keynote. It is both an honor and a pleasure to speak to you today, to a group of distinguished entrepreneurs from Repsol and from the startups. For those of you who do not know us, I represent the Oil and Gas Climate Initiative's investment fund, Climate Investments. We have over $1 billion in capital, and our goal is to reduce carbon emissions around the world, whether it is methane or carbon dioxide. And that's what we call carbon impact. And just like the Entrepreneurs Fund, we work with our OGCI member companies, including Repsol, in order to pilot and deploy the new technologies and solutions that we have invested in. And just like the foundation, we work to set up a collaborative ecosystem where these companies, these solutions can flourish and they can be delivered at scale globally in the fastest time we can. Because there is urgency in climate and we need to move fast. So I want to start by congratulating everyone who is involved, who has been involved in the Repsol Foundation, because you should be extremely proud of what the Entrepreneurs Fund has done and achieved. You have collaborated with 60 different companies. 3 out of 4 of these companies are still up and running and flourishing. And even more impressive, you have achieved over 800 pilots. Wow, that is amazing results. But you're actually even more amazing than that, because you started 10 years ago. And 10 years ago, climate wasn't this popular. People were making models, people were speaking in newspapers. Very few were actually taking out their shovels, digging and working. And Repsol, you were able to set up a collaborative, supportive network that encouraged over 60 companies to flourish and deliver climate solutions. You have my admiration and you have my congratulations, because climate is a collaborative game. And you were there first. And I say climate is collaborative because climate challenge doesn't see any boundaries. Emissions in China or India will be felt by us, whether we are in Spain or in the United Kingdom. So we need to collaborate across sectors, across peoples, across geographies. We need to collaborate first between entrepreneurs and operating companies, like you are doing in the foundation, like we do with our OGCI members like Repsol. But we also need to take this out into different geographies. An example I will give you is we, as a UK investment fund, have invested in a Spanish startup called OnTruck that uses artificial intelligence to reduce the mileage on big trucks. But then we called up one of our collaborators in India, and soon they called in and asked OnTruck if it was possible for them to run some pilots and consider deployment in that geography. Our second area of collaboration is with policymakers and between policymakers. We need to educate policymakers on the new solutions that are out there in the world so that the policies can be climate friendly and they can look to the future, not look to the past. We did this in our company with a project called Net Zero Teesside. It is a project that is going to decarbonize the entire northeast of England. But when we started, it wasn't so positive. That we actually got our engineering team to sit down with the UK government for over 2 years, showing them our models, having complete transparency to the costs, to the engineering challenges, to the risks, to the opportunities. And every time they asked us questions, we ran more simulations so that they could have complete transparency and they could put real numbers to their policy. And very recently, the UK Prime Minister and Chancellor both talked about this project, and we think it's the front runner in the next policy tranche for carbon capture, utilization, and storage. It was a collaboration that worked. But the last piece of collaboration is probably the most powerful. It is the collaboration between all of us to develop a climate ecosystem, which is climate aware and climate positive. Because in many ways, the climate challenge is similar to the safety challenge, and we have to take action in the same way. When we develop the safety culture, each of us, from our CEO to the cleaning staff, became safety aware. We became safety educated. And within a decade, we had spectacular success. But it required full collaboration, not just within each company, but we decided it wasn't competitive. So we actually collaborated across companies, across sectors. We learned from each other. And we empowered our teams. Leadership was visible. The CEOs all talked safety, and everyone was empowered to stop the train if we weren't doing the right things with safety. We need the same for climate. In safety, we did it so each of us could go home at the end of the day to our children and to our parents. We must do the same in climate. So to those same children and grandchildren, we can deliver a planet that is livable and breathable and one that we can be proud of. So let's work together, let's collaborate. And the foundation is a perfect example of such collaboration. Thank you for what you're doing, and congratulations to the winners of this year's Foundational Awards. You are clearly in good hands.
Thank you so much, Pratima, for your kind words and for sharing with us your experience. We are always optimistic about the future, and we are happy of our innovative community. A key element to keep innovation evolving is for large companies to collaborate with small, incipient companies and startups, creating win-to-win partnerships. To finalize our today's special event, I would like to welcome now the chairman of Repsol, Antonio Brufau.
Thank you, Maria. And good afternoon, everybody, and good morning for those of you who are at this moment connected overseas all over the world. First of all, and before I start, I would like to thank Pratima Rangarajan for the inspirational words, and also congratulate the 7 new startups that have joined our accelerated program. I would like to start my presentation putting in perspective some of the major challenges that we all have as society and industry. As we all know, the entire world is facing the challenge of a future of progress, a future of growth and well-being with less carbon. Decarbonization of economy is not optional, and in Repsol we are fully committed to play our role and lead the energy transition in line with the objectives of the Paris Agreement. To tackle the ambitious challenges of the energy transition, we are progressing and making real steps forward towards innovation, digitalization, and talent. But all of these major challenges for the society and the entire world, it's not all or nothing or black or white decision. This is about improving the efficiency in the existing businesses mainstream while transforming processes, products, and services. In this sense, in our company, we are committed to transform the industry, putting real efforts in energy efficiency, circular economy, low carbon fuels, renewable energy, hydrogen, and CO2 capture and use. We are absolutely convinced that innovation, technology, and talent is the best way to face climate change, and it's the real driving force behind the energy transition. Innovation and new technology will be needed to become more efficient, to capture and reuse CO2, to find new ways of generating and consuming energy, and to create new products from waste through a circular economy. It is therefore essential to support small companies and startups with disruptive ideas and projects, whose technologies shall be tested, the business plans of which shall be stressed until they get competitive, scalable, and then incorporated into the portfolio of new energy solutions. The Entrepreneurs Fund of Repsol Foundation was created 10 years ago with a goal in mind: contribute to society pushing innovation in energy, supporting entrepreneurs with their business models and the scaling up of their businesses. Over the years, we helped many of them in the execution of many successful pilots. During this 10th edition of the Entrepreneurs Fund, the Repsol Foundation will continue to support these new types of businesses that represent the technology of the future. Technologies of the future that allow us to create value, that allow us to become more competitive, optimizing processes, improving efficiency and the quality of our products. Technologies that will help us to speed up the progress towards carbon net zero emissions. After 10 years of positive success and great experience, the Entrepreneurs Fund maintains its commitment and purpose to support innovative talent in the field of energy and energy transition, focusing on search fields such as decarbonization, circular economy, digital, artificial intelligence, sustainable mobility, renewable energy, energy storage, among others. These are some of our major achievements and contributions since 2011. 67 startups have been accelerated, including those who are presenting today. All the accelerated startups together have raised more than 175 million euros between public and private financing. 365 new jobs have been generated. More than 820 pilots have been carried out, and 200 patents have been registered, which is a clear signal of innovation. Because we have been able to achieve all these targets, we are convinced that it's positive and necessary to progress and develop new collaborations with corporate partners, venture capital funds, universities and academies. This will strengthen our network and create a real ecosystem of startups that support technological development. In this sense, it is very important that the people who work on new solutions in the field of energy transitions, such as the entrepreneurs who are here with us today, have sufficient backing and sourcing of funding, mentoring support, and something very important, a space in our agendas to push real innovation and transformation. There is a great opportunity for improvement, a great opportunity to contribute to the future, to transform companies, not only to face the challenges of today, but also to find new solutions for a better, brighter, and more sustainable economy tomorrow. Just before I finish my presentation, I would like to express my warmest congratulations to those of you who are starting your acceleration period with Repsol Foundation today. Take for sure that your personal energy and motivation are a real example and driving force for us. We all admire your entrepreneurial spirit, and you have all our full support. Good luck, and thank you very much.